everyone, welcome to my channel. Today let's dive in and know about various aspects of asthma. In this video you will come to know about what is asthma, the causes and triggers for it, types of asthma, its symptoms and 10 tips to manage asthma. So let's get started. First of all, what is asthma? It's a respiratory condition which makes the person difficult to breathe. It is because narrowing or constriction of the airways which causes or which leads to the symptoms of asthma. It can affect the person's day-to-day activities and hence reduce the quality of life of person. It can occur in the individuals of any age and it occurs worldwide. Now coming to the causes of asthma. Mainly the causes are genetic and environmental. Genetic it runs in the family. If parents have asthma, then the child is prone to develop asthma. Specific genes are responsible to develop asthma. Second one is environmental. Mainly allergens such as pollen, dust mites, pet dander, mold, cockroach droppings, air pollution, cold air, smoke, viral respiratory infections in early childhood. Third one is physical activity. Excess or strenuous physical activity or strenuous exercise can induce constriction or narrowing of the airways leading to symptoms of asthma. And it mainly occurs in people with poorly controlled asthma and those who exercise in cold dry air. Fourth one is smoking. Active smoking or exposure to smoking can increase the risk of developing asthma, especially in childhood. Fifth one is stress and emotions. Prolonged stress and violent or sudden emotions can trigger the symptoms of asthma. Sixth one is obesity. It is associated with increased risk of developing asthma. Seventh one is medications. Mainly medications such as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and beta blockers can cause symptoms of asthma. Eighth one is occupational exposure. Mainly if the place where the person is working has more of air pollution or dust, chemicals, fumes, it can lead to the development of occupational asthma. Next is types of asthma. First one is allergic asthma. It's a common type and it causes because of exposure to allergens. Second one is non-allergic type, where it is mainly because of respiratory infection, cold air, exercise, smoke and strong odor can trigger the development of asthma. Third one is exercise induced. As I've already mentioned earlier, excess physical or strenuous physical activity can cause narrowing of the airways, and here how do we come to know is the symptoms are aggravated either during or after exercise. Fourth one is occupational asthma. It is mainly irritant at a workplace. It could be chemical, dust, fumes or air pollution in the work area can trigger the development of asthma. And how can we find out here is when the person goes to the workplace, then the symptoms of asthma will be aggravated, and when he is away from the workplace, the person will feel better. Fifth one is cough variant asthma. In this, the main or the predominant symptom is cough, with absence of the classical symptoms of asthma such as breathlessness and wheezing. So here cough is the only main symptom, and cough is aggravated especially at night or after the exposure to the triggers. What are the symptoms of asthma? First one is shortness of breath. The person feels very difficult to breathe or he experiences breathlessness. The person feels that he is unable to breathe properly, so breathing can be shallow and labored. Second one is wheezing. They are the high-pitched whistling sounds that occur when air flows through narrowed airways during breathing, and it is most noticeable during exhalation but can also occur during inhalation. Third one is cough. Persistent cough during night and early morning is one of the symptoms of asthma, and cough is usually with the mucus and sometimes it can also be dry cough. Fourth one is chest tightness. There is a sensation of heaviness or tightness around the chest. Fifth one is increased respiratory rate. So the respiratory rate of the person increases. It is to compensate the reduced airflow to the lungs. Sixth one is difficulty in sleeping. This occurs because the symptoms of asthma gets aggravated at night, hence disrupting the sleep of the person. Seventh one is fatigue. So chronic asthma symptoms can lead to weakness, tiredness to a person, and even loss of sleep is one of the cause which can contribute to tiredness. Eighth one is anxiety or panic. So when the symptoms of asthma develop, the person can have anxiety or panic attack, and this anxiety or panic can itself trigger the asthma symptoms and thus leading to a vicious cycle. 10th one is reduced exercise tolerance. It is because the breathlessness and cough gets aggravated during exercise. The person is not able to exercise properly, or his tolerance level towards exercise will reduce. 10 tips to manage asthma. First one is avoid triggers. Have a good indoor air quality, that is clean, well ventilated room, and use purifiers in order to remove all the toxins and pollutants from the air. Also use allergen proofings. Use allergen proof covers on the pillow and mattress to avoid dust exposure, and wash the beddings regularly with warm water. Second one is humidity control. Maintain optimal indoor humidity levels to prevent mold growth and minimize asthma triggers. Third one is pest control. So pest control to be done regularly in order to avoid exposure to triggers which can cause asthma. Fourth one is stress management. Use relaxation technique to manage stress, as stress can be one of the trigger to develop asthma. I've already made a video on relaxation techniques, and I'll be mentioning the link in the description box below. So go see that video and you can adopt any of the relaxation technique whichever is suitable for you. Fifth one is exercise. Asthma-friendly exercise such as swimming, walking and cycling can be adopted. And always have a warm-up session before exercise. Sixth one is breathing exercise such as pursed-lipped breathing and diaphragmatic breathing can improve the lung function and reduce the airway resistance, thus improving the symptoms of asthma. Seventh one is quit smoking. Eighth one is maintain healthy weight. Ninth one is dietary management, mainly consumption of anti-inflammatory food such as food which is rich in antioxidants, vitamin C which is present in berry, citrus, kiwi and spinach. Other food which you can consume is omega-3 fatty acid which is present in fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnut and hemp seeds. Magnesium rich food which is almond, spinach, pumpkin seeds and black beans. Consumption of food which is rich in vitamin D is also helpful, and the food which has vitamin D is fortified food such as dairy, fish, egg yolk, and also for vitamin D go for sun exposure. Other food which you can consume is apple, onion, garlic, citrus fruits and leafy vegetables. And also avoid triggering foods such as dairy products, gluten containing grains, processed food and food with rich or high preservatives and artificial additives. And it's important to note that dietary recommendations can vary from person to person. Also stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water, which is important or vital for the lung functioning. And 10th one is monitor the symptoms by regular health checkup. That's it for today's video. I hope this was useful. If it was, do share it with your friends and family, and do remember to subscribe to my channel and start your journey on being healthy. If you have any doubts or any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.